Now let's start with the first concept of the 4 R's. The first one is the reduce. Now, one thing which is very important is to understand that reducing the waste stream is the most significant of all the options in order to manage waste. It means that if we never generate the waste, then we do not have to find different ways to dispose it. To reduce the waste, now we usually have to make significant changes in the lifestyle. Now why these significant changes are important? Because the amount you buy in the first place, the amount of goods which you buy in the first place, decide the amount of waste which you all are generating. If we purchase only the amount of goods which we require, then you can say you are going to become a better environmental shopper, and due to that we can reduce the waste. Why this is important? Because we are living in an era of overconsumption where everything can be bought, everything is monetized. Means we are over here, the products which are produced, they are less durable. Okay, the products are not created in context to the environment, they are not environment friendly, or they are not at all eco friendly. All the production which is done, okay, all the products which is consumed, which are produced, it behind that there is a very big process which is going on. Large amount of goods are required for production or needs to be produced due to large population. Then the transportation cost which is there, means this much amount of goods required many transportation ways in order to carry these transportation vehicles. It requires diesel, petrol, it requires many other manual cost. Okay, it also require a human time, a person who is transporting the goods from one side to other side. If certain damage is done due to drought, due to tsunami, due to rainfall, then that cost is also added. Then the amount of cost which is required in packaging. Okay, and what is happening once all the production is done, once all the transportation is done, packaging is done, consuming it is done, what that product becomes? It just becomes a waste. So whatever effort was taken, whatever manual time was consumed, all it becomes zero, which just the result which you all get at last is just a waste. And what is happening over here, this is also, it is becoming a expensive one for the environment. Expense at, we are generating this type of waste on what cost? On the cost of our life only, on cost of our grandchildren's life, other people's life, because this is a hazardous waste which is very toxic for the environment. Okay, so we, we know that this type of reduction is not possible, but we have to find certain ways. We know, we should know that what is the need to reduce, why we should reduce the waste, and how we can reduce the waste. Even that plays a very important aspect. If each person adds to the waste management problem, and if each household reduces its waste, then the problem will be reduced. Means if each person it becomes caring towards the environment, or become a very good citizen, if each and everyone's effort will make it reduced. You can start it by analyzing the amount of waste which you all are generating at your home. Now think about the goods and the services which you all are buying, and all the activities which you all are supporting, or all the goods which you all are using. Okay, what ways they contribute to the solid waste problem. Then how this purchase and dispose items, they are generating more amount of trash or less amount of trash. If you analyze all these problems, then you can find out that how much amount of waste a single home is generating, and what it is costing to the environment. Let me explain this you all with a short example. We know that reducing the waste is a very important aspect. Now pay attention over here. First, we knew why to reduce. Second, we knew how we can reduce. And third, and the most important aspect is what can be reduced. I'll come to that in the next part. First, let me give you all one example. First, see, let's calculate the quantity of the waste produced when we buy a grocery item. So I'm just giving you all a short example of a chocolate box. means a box of chocolate cookies, what all comes in that as a waste apart from the product which you are going to consume? The packaging, first one will be the packaging. Packaging is of cardboard, so you can say that it is recyclable. Second one, sometimes the box are also having a plastic film around it in order to preserve it for the freshness, so it is non-recyclable. And the chocolates and cookies, sometimes they are having a decorative tray in order to gain human attention. So plastic tray that is holding that cookie, even that is recyclable because you all are using that at home. Okay, then next, sometimes what they are doing, some other companies, some other packaging companies or whose products are costly, they are again providing a plastic film around each and every single cookie, around single cookie, single chocolate, they are again providing a packaging in order to preserve the freshness. Again, it is non-recyclable. Then the receipt which you all are getting while you buy the product, that one is recyclable. Okay, and at last we are taking the bag, we are paying 5 rupees, 7 rupees, and getting a carry bag in order to carry the goods which we purchased at home. It can be nowadays we are getting the recyclable ones, but previously we were getting the non-recyclable ones. We were getting plastic bags, though it was reusable. Now out of this, actually how much recycling is done and how much products you all are using for the recycle? Trays, I don't think so many people might be using at their homes. If 50% of people are reusing it, but 50% of people they are throwing it away in the dustbin. Plastic bags, I can say that that is reusable because people are using, but it also has a certain point. Till that point only you can use the plastic bag, either it is stoned or some damage happens to the plastic bag, then what is done? Again, that one is also thrown in the dustbin. So what all these things are, these are just producing a small amount of waste. In order to eat 6 pieces of cookies or 6 pieces of chocolate, you can notice how much amount of waste is being generated over here. That, and each house might be generating it, so much amount of disposal will be there, and this becomes so much difficult for the people who are doing the disposal, the waste management technique, the MBMC, those who are generating this, the trucks which are loading all this amount of waste over there, then burning process, it is very hazardous. So next slide is what I can reduce. Okay, one of the best example can be make use of disposable objects rather than the non-recyclable ones. The products which can be reusable, like you can make use of cloth napkins instead of using paper napkins. Not many people are having habit to carry a bag of paper napkins in their purses or in their college bag. They carry paper napkins. What is the need to use that when the options of cloth napkins are available to you? Then second one is the cloth or strainer which we are using for coffee filters. Over there also non-disposable ones are available. People are using the plastic ones, but instead of that, if we are making use of disposable, so why cannot we go for that option? Third one is throw away razors. You all know razors, lighters are there. Disposable ones are also available in the market. Why we cannot use a disposable one which is eco-friendly instead of using the ones which cannot be disposed? Second one is buy recyclable or recycled products. Then next is buying the products that are not over packaged. Now you must, I don't know, but you can notice the difference when you go to a bakery. Okay, they are making use of less products. Means if you want to buy cookies, they'll just give you a disposable box and in that cookies are kept. So why we are not purchasing goods from there which can be easily disposable? Why we are going to supermarkets and buying extra waste? So this can be done where over packaging is not done. This is in our hands, this we can follow. Okay, the next one is, again I'm repeating, buying recyclable products, the products which are recyclable, which are eco-friendly, that should be kept as an option. Then buying the products that contain recyclable materials. You can buy the products which are recycled one, or the products which are having the quantity, the qualities of a recycle factor. Recycle qualities are there in the material. You can buy that products which is friendly to the environment.